from, right? So the Torah system is you'll learn Torah, and v'yadata hayom, you'll know today, v'ashevata elevavecha, and you'll bring it into your heart. You'll bring illumination from the higher consciousness into your midot. You'll do the lulav. The lulav, according to Kabbalah, is not shaking it like that outside. It's 3 times each time to your heart. You're drawing in from the outside level, from the corresponding higher level of the makif. You're drawing in to your midot. You're drawing da into your chesed. You want your chesed to develop now because you want to illuminate it with consciousness, and instead of being impulsive, and to love what you love because you're just unconscious. And you want your gevura and your teferet and your yesod. You want all of your qualities now to be uplifted by illumination of the higher consciousness. And in this process, as you become now more imbued with higher consciousness, and it becomes integrated into your system, so that you don't just have an ice cream when you want it because you just ate meat 3 hours ago, because now you become mature enough to not go by your compulsions and impulsions. Right? It's just, this is not the best example, but you become more, that you interact with reality in a more mature way. That means you have more mochin, more intellect and consciousness in your emotions. They become a partsuf shalem. Next paragraph. We learn from this that only the Zeir Anpin and Nukva of each universe require these 3 stages: pregnancy, infancy to adolescence, and then maturity. This is in distinction to the partsuf of Arich, of Abba and Ima, of the universe in question. Each one of these, it seems, is already a partsuf shalem, and does not require any additional stages of maturation. It seems. But he's leading up to a very important thing where he's going to explain to us that it's all relative. Let's finish the text. Then I have one more thing to say. When we take into consideration, however, that every partsuf shalem is only a detail of a larger partsuf shalem, it turns out that although these 5 partsufim constitute one partsuf shalem in and of themselves, in other words, we've seen here that Zeir Anpin and Nukva, it hasn't said it explicitly, but it's implied that they grow up to become a complete set of 10 sfirot, means to say that Zeir Anpin grows up to the top of Atzilut and becomes not just the Teferet of Atzilut, but the Keter of Atzilut. He is now grown up. He's the child who's grown up to be an Abba and a grandfather. And his sister has grown up to be a mother and a grandmother. And they've reached their completion and their fulfillment. Beautiful. It's the mamish, the beautiful development of the prat, of a world of pratim, of coming together into wholeness. And I've come to my maturity. So the Ari has a surprise in store for us. He says, when we take into consideration, however, that every partsuf shalem itself is really only a detail in a larger partsuf, go to the 3rd line, relative to the universe that is above them, which would be considered their mochin. Again, within the universe, they've just gotten to completion. But relative to the universe above them, and there's always all kinds of universes above us, relative to the universe above me, I'm still now a Zeir Anpin and a Nukva. Relative to that which is above, I've grown up to my fullness. I've gotten completion. I'm there. Sorry. You've just left grammar school. You were the president and the vice president of the 6th grade. You were on top of the world. You're going into junior high now. You've just left high school, 12th grade. You were the president, the vice president, and in high school you were the tops. Walk down the middle of the road, right? Now in college it's bigger. Wow, this is disorienting. You move to the next level, even though you've gotten completion at one level, but it's only a preparation for now for being thrust into another level, which is initially is experienced as complete disorientation, because you're now just a little boy again, or a little girl, vis-a-vis the next higher level. That's what he's saying. I wanted to bring it out because I felt it gives, within the context of the book, I write more about this in Realizing the Unity. I go on here and I go into the ramifications. Please finish up. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So again, to finish up, in relation to the level that stands above him, this entire Partsuf Shalem is merely a detail of the greater whole and is not yet complete. We're never complete. And it'll go on, where it says that this is true on the human level as well. Every human being is an entire universe. At the same time, each one of us has the potential to grow, not only physically but spiritually. So therefore, we are only a Zeir Anpin relative to what we can be. And this is also with regard to our place in the entire scheme of human history. In terms of the totality of the human race, each one of us is a Zeir Anpin. Even the sum total of human souls that have ever lived since Adam and Eve are a Zeir Anpin relative to the level that we're going to get as we leave. It's just a never-ending process. So bless us all that we completely become tuned and resonate to this incredible evolutionary process that is a gift to us. We just have to ride this wave of evolution instead of start fighting against it. To become truly Klal Yisrael, the incredible amalgamum of all details into the greater whole, but each one of us maintaining and enhancing and becoming greater because of our relationship to each other. And bless you all.